Hi, I'm Amrit Kaur and this is my assignment number 4 on Azure Cognitive Services, in which I'll be using the image classifier of Azure. So the cognitive testing which I'll be using is on ships. So there are a few types of ships from which I have chosen a few, which are container ships, passenger ships, bulk carrier ships, roll-on, roll-off ships that can also be called as ro-ro ships, and the container ships look like this. The passenger ships are like this, and the bulk carriers, and the roll-off and roll-on ships. So I will be adding these 4 types of ships to my cognitive testing tool, and I'll train my machine in order to get my results. So I have added a new project to my custom vision AI, and I have named that as ships, and I have set up my resource. The project type is classification, and the classification types is multi-label. The domains would be general. So I'll be creating my project. Now I'll be adding my images. So first I'll add the bulk carrier ships, and I'll select all and add them here. So my tags would be ship and the bulk carrier, similarly I'll be adding my other categories into the machine. So I have added the tags as well as the images for each category, and have added the tags to these images as well. Now I'll be training my data, which is quick learning, and it might take some time, so I'm going to pause the video. Now the machine training has been completed, and in our first iteration the model has the following performance. The precision is 87.5%. The recall, that is the number of times it predicted the correct tag, is 87.5% as well, and the model's precision is 98.2%. Now, since we have already seen the performance measures after the training, I am going to test this with a few images and see what it gives the result. So I'll be going to my quick test, and I have some images of each category in order to test it. The first one would be the container ship. I found this image on Google, and I'm going to paste the link of this image to my quick test, and let's see if it recognizes it. So the results are, it's a ship, 99%, that is correct, and it's a container ship, and the probability is 85.9%, which is correct. It is a container ship. I'll be checking the other category, the next category, which is the bulk carrier ship. I have added the image of the bulk carrier, and it gives the probability of 99.6% for the ship and 80.9% of bulk carrier ship, which is correct. Now I will be testing for the passenger category. I'm going to copy the link of this image and paste it in my custom version. and it does give the 95.6% probability of passengership, which is again correct. Now I will be checking for my last category, which is the ro-ro ships that actually roll in, roll out ships. So I'll be now copying this link as well into my custom vision. Now let's see what results it gives. And it correctly identifies it as ro-ro ship, although the probability is quite low, but it recognizes it. Since our model has been trained with 7 images in each category and it has 4 categories, the probabilities are quite correct and the model predicts precisely for each category. But these images were quite similar to the ones which I have added into my training machine and trained it. So I'm going to add some abstract image in order to see if it recognizes it as a ship or what kind of ship. Here you can see our performance for that is almost like 100% for each category except for the bulk carrier one. This could be because the bulk carrier has 2 types, so it could be a little tricky to recognize the bulk carrier ship. So now the turn comes to challenging my model by adding the abstract image, and the image I have chosen is this auto off-steam iron press, which is similar to the shape of a ship, that is a streamlined shape, and the color and the size of the image looks similar to a ship. So I'm going to test my machine by using this image. I'm copying its link and pasting it to our quick test, and let's see what happens. So it definitely thinks that it's a ship, that is the 19.7% probability. Moreover, it says that it's a passenger ship, maybe because the passenger ship has a broader look to the ship and a very similar shape as well. So all in all, I can say that this model is not very precise, but I can still refine it by adding more iterations and refining it by adding more images and tags to each image. So this was the end of my quick test, and we can see the predictions here as well, which I have used, and the training images, which were 7 per category and total of 28. These screenshots of the performance as well as the predictions has been added to the presentation as well, along with the challenging model image that is of the steam pressed iron. So this was the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.